shop.
All right, why do you need a realtor? And some of the questions from that you need to ask your realtor, it's often overlooked, some of these questions, but very important to ask as well. That and more as we bring you the Real Estate Buzz.
This Real Estate Buzz segment is brought to you by McLeod & Associates, a full-service real estate and mortgage firm. It's not about the number of homes we sell, it's about the difference we make in people's lives.
Maganda na, matalino pa, mabait pa, Miss Mia McLeod of McLeod & Associates joining us every other Wednesday here on Kababayan Today for the Real Estate Buzz. Magandang hapon sa'yo.
Salamat.
Kamusta ka?
Mabuti.
Ayan. Parang Tagalog quiz, eh, no?
Yes. Hey,
Right.
I wanted to say, because I practiced this one.
Okay.
Before we get started, the Tagalog phrase for today is, kung meron kayong mga real estate questions, tawag lang po.
Ayan. Tawag lang kay Mia or McLeod & Associates.
Yes.
My question, Mia, is, do we really need a realtor?
Yes. And let me tell you, the National Association of Realtors just came out with a recent stat about the top reasons why you need a realtor.
Okay, bakit?
You know, the buying process is very complicated. 86% of buyers are saying they use a realtor to negotiate the price of the sale. 71% said to negotiate the terms of the sale. 61% said they used a realtor to help comp the property, so to find the comparables. 43% said they use a realtor to determine affordability, and 39% of buyers said they use a realtor to actually find the house. So it's interesting because you would think the smaller stat is that a realtor actually found the house, but that's because buyers are so much more savvier today. There's a lot of real estate websites that they can go on, so anything that's active you can easily find on different various real estate websites.
And that's the key word, active. I would still trust a realtor and somebody as good as Mia and her associates for Mia McLeod, because at the same time, not all properties are listed actively. And that's one advantage of McLeod & Associates. They get properties even before they're listed, correct?
Yes. Because we have a relationship with a bank, we'll get REO properties and things like that. So of course we like to share that with our network and our affiliates.
And some of these are some of the best deals in town that are available. Even before they get in the market, you can study the property, you can check on necessary paperwork.
Yes, right? And you can kind of check the area, you can get more feedback on the condition and things like that. But to piggyback back on those stats that we just went over as to the top 5 realtors, again, if you looked at the highest percentage was the negotiation part. I remember a few segments back when we had the Real Estate Buzz, we talked, you know, how the local neighborhood realtor is not as important as it used to be. Now you really got to find a realtor that understands the intricacies of a purchase, knows how to negotiate, communicates effectively, and is really there to protect you, not just your local neighborhood realtor.
Exactly, and give you advice. And this is why it's important that Mia will be sharing with us also frequently overlooked questions that we need to ask. The first one is, what home inspections are available?
Yes. So
why do we need to ask that?
Well, various reasons, but common questions people always ask is, how much is the property? What's the square footage? How many beds? What's the condition? But there's a lot of overlooked questions. One of those is, what kind of inspections, right? Like you mentioned. So home inspections, there's termite inspections, there's radon inspections, your appraisal inspections. These are all part of the buyer's due diligence. So definitely important. Another question you want to ask yourself, which I hardly get, is, why is the seller selling?
I asked that.
That's good. That's perfect.
But can we trust, how much can we trust that they're going to give us the honest response?
Well, sellers and the agents are bound to provide ethical answers, and they have a fiduciary obligation to that. So you want to know, are they selling because there's a divorce, there's a financial hardship, are they relocating? These are all important things to know when you sit down with your realtor before you present that offer.
And very important for families out there, what is the crime rate in the neighborhood?
Rate, yes, you want to know if there's a large number of sex offenders or burglaries. One of the websites I check out is crimereport.com. So it's open to anyone and available to anyone. You could check it out. And people don't do that very often when they, you know, purchase. You definitely want to look into that and see who your neighbors are. You know, another question that's overlooked is, your common smoke detectors and carbon monoxide. Those are compliance issues, so those are standard. Those gotta be in your property.
Okay, and one last question: are there many kids or dogs in the neighborhood? Why is that important?
Okay, this is a buyer preference, actually. So if, let's say, you're a family that has young children and you want them to have playmates in the neighborhood, maybe buying in a neighborhood where there's a lot of children is great. But what if you're a veteran or a retiree or a bachelor?
You want silence.
You want silence. You don't want kids. You don't want basketball courts on the street.
Right.
Or what if you're a family that has a young daughter, son, and there's a pit bull? So dogs, you know, is that fence in between safe? Make sure it doesn't put your children at risk.
Right. Okay. Yes. And if you are looking to buy a property, lovely, lovely property from the preserve in Chino Hills, let's take a look at this photo as we close out this segment. Thank you so much, Mia.
Thank
and
you.
More power to you.
Maraming salamat.
Salamat. Walang anuman. Let's take a look at this photo from the property that's being on sale from Chino Hills.
This
All right.
is great.
Just call Mia and McLeod and Associates if you want more information about this beautiful home.
Yes, and that's actually in Chino.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
In the preserve. Thank you.